Hey, it's Chris here. Uh, well, I just recently got my old capture card working, and I figured what better opportunity than to showcase the Sega Saturn. Personally, one of my favorite consoles growing up. Um, it's funny because I don't see a whole lot about it on the internet. And I think it's mostly because people didn't have one. And I thought, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool if I could capture some footage off it and show you guys some games on it. And this is quite obviously, I'm starting with Knights. I figured what better game to start with. Like, this is the one, when you think Sega Saturn, this was the Saturn's killer app. There was no new Sonic game. Like, there was Sonic 3D Blast, which was on the Genesis. There was Sonic R, which was a racing game, and it was awful. And then there was Sonic Jam, which was just like a bunch of the old Sonic games put together. This was really the most well-remembered game on Saturn, I feel. Yeah. So I guess I'll get started here. Cool little cutscene there, I guess. There's other ones here too. Maybe I'll put them in another video later. I just don't want to spend too much more time on it and just get into the game. This is really my first shot at this, so hopefully everything goes okay. I've been messing with this now for like 2 weeks, and oh, there's our real names. Oops. I guess I'll just make a new account. My name's that's my name. So now I currently have 2 levels available, one for each kid. Now, when you beat a boss for these levels, you unlock the next level in their chain. So, I guess I'll just start with Claris's first level here, and you'll see what this is like. I hope the quality of this turns out okay. We got some mad scale lines going on. I can see that, and a little bit of ghosting. It looks like the card I'm using is ancient. It's an ATI TV Wonder. I had to dual boot Windows XP just to get this thing to work on my computer. Ooh, my controller's not set up right or something. I didn't have. I'm using the Saturn analog controller, which is the only controller you can use for this game. If you're using a regular controller, your thumbs will hate you. You've got to have the analog one for this game, or else it's just impossible. Ew, get some bad ghosting, but I'm gonna roll with it. Oh, yeah, not as great a quality as I'd hoped for, but what can I expect? It's an old card. Now, the entire progression's done like this. You have to collect these blue balls and bring them into this guy over here. I think you need 20 of them before it breaks. You also gain points from doing combos, like doing link combos like that. And essentially you just loop around the same set, like so, collecting orbs until you can break. Ooh. One of the nightmares there grabbed me. Okay, so now I've got the orb, so I can go back. When I re-enter the little, I guess I'll call it a little, like, dream gazebo there, it's going to bring me to the next mare, like the next part of the level, but I don't want to do that yet. Generally what you want to do, if you want to get a high rank on these levels, which I believe you need at least a C in all levels, in order to unlock the last 2 levels of the game. So what you want to do is use all the time the game gives you and rack up a decent score, or else you won't get to those levels, or you'll end up replaying these until you do. Until you get a high enough score, which the score is just from going through, getting chain combinations like what I'm doing, just going through the hoops. Controls for this, oh, I guess I should mention that too. I'm kind of just getting ahead of myself a little here. Let's see if I can cut this right down the last second. Any of the buttons just make you do this spin attack. That's really about it. And the triggers on the controller, or the shoulder buttons, see I gotta be there instead, do these little like stunt moves like this. They get you a little bit of points. There's actually a particular thing you can, thing you can pick up that's more useful towards, and I'll get to that. So essentially, you're trying to get link combos and gather enough of these blue balls to break that chamber, so that the so that you can. Oh, I've got enough already. I guess each of these crystals, I believe they're called idea crystals. Oh, I should have researched this before I started playing. Oh well. And essentially they represent like different characteristics of the kid, like courage, things like that. And these nightmares are trying to steal these. Because this is essentially the kid's dream right now. And Knights is like this androgynous hero that they become, and I guess tries to help them out of their dreams, basically. It's never really clear to me. One thing that was also never really clear to me, and maybe somebody can explain this to me actually, is this game features something of an artificial life system with the little Nighttopians there, these eggs. Yeah, these guys. These guys are significant in some sort of way I never fully understood. I know it's not very... Oh, shit, I should have... Oh, well, fuck it. But you actually can affect their mood, depending on how you play. I guess from just hatching those eggs, maybe? I'm not entirely sure on that. I'll have to look into that. But I do know... very strange thing about this game, there is a demo disc. Why can't I pick that up? There's a demo disc, Christmas Nights, that was given out with select game magazines that actually has features in it that aren't in this game. And one of them is a thing that will actually tell you what's going on with your Nighttopians. I was in the middle of my thought there, and maybe I'll go back around and I'll explain that. Explain what just happened there. So much going on in this game. It's really busy. Oh, I hope this video turns out alright. I'm not feeling great about this card's performance right now, honestly. Oh, okay, good. So I got another one. This is where those trigger buttons come in handy for the stunts. So right there, I just got a wonderful 4, which adds to your overall score. And this is just basically a little bonus thing. Okay, oh, it wouldn't have mattered if I went through that, I guess, but I kind of like to fart around a little bit longer and try to get some more stuff. Whoa, okay. Got the stars. Do another one of these things. I'll just keep moving while I do it, so I've got 23 seconds left, so... Whoa. It's pretty easy to lose control after a while when you get going. I gotta hurry up. Come on, 10, 9, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Don't come on. Yes! I'm not gonna frick up on this video. Do not mind? Weird. Okay. I think I'm just about done. Fourth mare is the last, or is it 5? God, it's been a bit since I played this. I actually got a Saturn. I had one as a child, we sold it. I had around, I think it was in 2008, I had a phase where I was really into eBay and I was getting a lot of old game consoles, and the Saturn was like the first one that I wanted. Because what's kind of sad is, like, I mean, like a lot of stuff like Super Nintendo and NES is you know, it's emulated extremely well. Saturn is not. And a lot of that has to do with the Saturn's architecture. It's a very, very strange configuration. Mostly in that I believe it has something like 8 different processors, and each of them performs various functions. Hence why, like, when the system came out, it was $400. It was the most expensive system on the market. And it was also hard to develop for because of its architecture. So, and at that point, you know, the Saturn came out 6 months after the 32X attachment for the Genesis. So at that point, people were just kind of like, what the hell are you doing, Sega? And rightfully so. I mean... Alright, so now we're going to get to a boss fight here. Oh, yes, okay. Alright, this one's actually pretty easy. You just kind of have to grab like him by the chin, like you just basically bump into him like so, and then hit your twist button. It's pretty simple. You can actually time this like perfectly, so it's by far like the easiest boss fight in the game, I'd say. I'm a bit rusty. Okay. Just gotta be careful that when his head grows that you're not near him, otherwise you will get hit. Now, in this game, oh, I should mention that, as far as like getting hurt and having health, you don't really have health in this. It's just all about that timer. So like if he were to hit me, I would lose time. I would lose a couple seconds on the timer. And the quicker you beat him also adds to your rank as well. Which, yeah, you want to get a good rank so you can get the last couple levels. And this is by far, like, the easiest level in the game, so... Alright. All done. Let's see how I did. Not bad. See what my rank looks like in the end here. Woohoo! Just spin and twirl around here. How'd I do? Really? Oh, I can do better than that. Okay. Fair enough. This is enough, though, to get those last couple levels. That's good. Yeah, I played this a lot a couple of years ago. And oddly enough, I've been able to preserve my save games. That kind of blows my mind, actually. Especially with the Saturn, it actually uses an internal battery to do all the saves. There is a memory card, but they're crazy expensive. I have an action replay that I've been using to back up my saves. And they give you a hint at the end of each round, like that. So yeah, I guess I haven't been going real long, have I? 10 minutes. I'll do the first Elliot level. Yeah, I'll do his first level as well. Shouldn't take. It'll be about a 20-minute video, so that won't be too bad. Okay. See, when you first start, you'll notice he's got all the idea crystals, and these asshole Nightmarins come and take them and put them in those little prisons. Now, see, right now I'm walking around as the kid, which you can go everywhere knights can, but obviously you can't fly. You're much slower. Because see what happens when your timer runs out as knights, you'll turn back into the kid, and you have to get back to the gazebo thing here, or else you lose. And while you're trying to get back, this thing called a time egg, it's like a giant clock in an egg, chases you down, and it has like a spotlight built in it. And if that spotlight gets you, it's game over. So yeah, that's how you can die in this. That's your losing state. Okay, not a whole lot of blue orbs to work with this time. That's okay. Pretty trippy how, you know, like the ceiling of the levels and the bottom are as they are. Pretty cool. Now, I know recently they've actually did like an HD remake of Knights for Xbox, and I think it's on Steam as well. I have not checked that out. I remember I tried the... Ooh, I just moved into another area. I tried the demo on Xbox, and I don't know what it was, but it felt slow to me. Like, the frame rate wasn't the same as this, which is odd. It didn't feel as fast-paced as this. If anything, it felt kind of like it had been slowed down. I don't know. I didn't play it enough to give a full assessment of it. I'll have to check it out sometime, but see if it is any good. I know years ago they did a PlayStation 2 remake, but it was only released in Japan, which is lame. They should have brought it here. I would have bought a PS2 for that. Alright. We'll just cruise through. I don't really care what I get for a rank. If I want to get those last couple levels, I can do these on my own. If I decide to play through the whole game, which, if there's enough interest, sure. It's not terribly long. You could finish it in like a dedicated afternoon if you wanted to, I'd say. Not a terribly long game. Harder than it looks. Okay. Whoop. Okay. But yeah, I got a lot of games I'd like to cover on the Saturn. There's the Saturn actually does have some pretty good games, and most of them are completely original IPs. And I think that also was akin to how poorly it did here in the States. Is, you know, like I was saying earlier, it didn't have a Sonic game. That was the kicker. What does that do? I want to find out what that does. Okay. And you probably noticed that the draw distance on the Saturn is also pretty poor. Some games it's way worse. You want to see bad? Wait till I show you Daytona USA. Like, they pretty much tried to port it right from arcade, and it's a pretty lousy port. It's still really fun, but not as good a port as it could have been. Alright, we'll just keep going. Let me just blitz through so you can see another boss fight here. The bosses are, I think, personally, stand out to me, as do certain levels. Like, probably my favorite is Claris's third level, the soft moves level. This is a really cool level. Well, that was extremely easy. Alright. Whoa, okay, yeah. There's parts of the game where the level design and the playstyle get changed up. This is one of them. Some of them are a lot more jarring than others, but this is kind of like a free roam area too, so that's pretty cool. Let's take advantage of it and try to beef up my score a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Let's twirl around. Whoa. Not sure if that's the game frame rate or my card. Alright, I think we've got one more section. Let me see if I can grab... Sometimes you can get those orbs. See, the reason, I don't know if you caught this, I didn't address it. It's just kind of a force of habit, but if you ever want to get a grouping of things rather than trying to fly around it, you just want to go in a circle like that, and they'll get dragged right to you. So the key to this game is knowing your way around the analog stick, mostly. And yeah, like I said earlier, you don't want to play this with a regular Saturn controller. You just don't. Your thumb will be in absolute agony. Ooh, this is pretty cool. Water part. Alright. Oh, whoa, okay, holy god. I like that it changes things up. This is good. Makes things a lot more interesting. It's a shame I can't go back and get things that I missed unless I go all the way backwards through that part again, but can't complain. Alright, let's see if I can get some more orbs here. Okay. Alright, let's do that part again. That'll be cool. Might as well so you can get to see it again here. Okay. Shit. It's so quick. I'm just kind of like I feel like I'm just swimming around like a spaz at that part. Okay. Nah, not great. Okay. This might be familiar. I think other Sega games have referenced this particular boss fight. Also, I love the design of the boss levels, especially this. It's so cool. Tim Burton's like, shit, I wish I had thought of that. No! Oh, damn it. Oh, this one is a lot trickier than the guy before I did. As long as you can get her... Seriously, when you really think about it though, these are pretty retarded bosses. Like, she's just like, I'm just gonna bounce around and hopefully I hit you. I don't know what she did, because I wasn't playing it very good. Okay, come on. Alright. I'm almost there. Shit, see, harder than it looks. Oop, yeah, right in the cleavage. That's where we need to be. Alright, okay. Almost there. Yeah, it's right at the end of this hall. Okay, I can do this. Get back here. There we go. Yay. Okay. I know I didn't do as well in that one. Yeah, that's about what I expected. So yeah, That's first two levels of Nights into Dreams. Pretty cool game. And yeah, if you like this, hey, a like is very much appreciated. Anyway, see you next time.